Hey, what's up everyone? This is ShadowFox007, and I believe I have a hidden gem for your RPG action-adventure fans out there. And the game goes by the name Eternal Sonata, which is developed by Tri-Crescendo and also published by Namco. Now, the game's premise is you're Chopin, you're this music composer on his deathbed, and as he's dying, he's going into this dream reality state that you get a fight in. And that to me is where Eternal Sonata just shines, because I for one am not a huge RPG fan, but because of the fighting style and the action system, it's really cool. So they have this whole light and dark based premise. So if you're in the light, you get special attacks, different attacks, versus when you're in the dark. And vice versa, your enemies can become even stronger if they're in the dark versus being in the light. Now, there's also this special attack that you could build up. So I think you could get up to like number 32 hits or 64 hits, one of those combinations. And then if you perform your special attack, it's even more devastating. So sometimes it's very strategic to know if who's next and whatnot. And if you're working with another player, which I know for the PlayStation 3, you could have up to 3 people playing. Now, I was playing on the Xbox here, running their demo. And I'm cautiously optimistic, and the reason I say that is because I believe they still have the 3-player system. Of course, it's not over Xbox Live, but on their demo page they say, oh, there's no co-op, there's no multiplayer. But I think that's just for the demo. And what I read online, there still is that multiplayer co-op capability, but it's all local. So how you do that is basically player 1 will control all movement outside of the battle, whereas when you're engaging with the enemy, each person is assigned a unique character. So like player 1 can be El Ghetto or Beat and play them, while the other person can play as Polka. And as a turn-based game goes, you just perform the actions as you see fit. And going back to the fighting system, some of the things is it's very advantageous to attack from the back. Not only when you're going to initiate a fight, but also during a fight. And this is where the turn-based kind of comes into. Yes, it's an RPG, and I know a lot of people don't like that turn-based, but this game allows you to move almost like a free roam while fighting. So you could run away, you could try to group up. It's all strategy oriented. And of course, as you're fighting, the one thing I like is they engage you. So there are certain moments where you could block the enemy's attack. All things that are very cool. But because of that free roam capability, sometimes I notice I have a difficulty with the depth perception. So you think you're gonna hit someone and you didn't really do it, or so certain things like that come up. But of course, there's the kind of the Zelda-esque feel to it. At least it makes me reminiscent. So there's music compositions that you have to collect, and then you could also perform them to someone else who's looking for a composition. And of course, the towns are just kind of a little bit more old school. So those RPG action adventure games, you could find hidden things all over the place. But it's a very action-packed game that keeps me coming back. And personally, for $14.99, $15, I think it's kind of still well worth it. I know it's over 30 hours of gameplay easily. But if you're looking for a little bit of single-player co-op action, I strongly suggest this game. But until next time, this is ShadowFox signing out. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.